Great.
Well, Brenen, we had a newsworthy week. Just talk about practice and just how the offense is kind of getting adjusted to the new offensive coordinator.
And I think, for us, it's just focus on what we can control as a whole, and just, keep playing and really dive into the details and just focus on what we want this rest of the season to look like, and just keep going.
How did you guys adapt to the news on Sunday?
It's hard, but, we all trust Coach BV and the decision, and, as this is a player's game, you know what I'm saying? So no matter who's calling the plays or what's going on, this is a player's game, and we can only control what we can control. And so, us and me and the rest of the guys can go give it everything we got.
It's only been 2 days. Do you see any vast differences in what you guys are trying to do?
I'm not going to speak too much on, what we're trying to do offensively, but the vibes are still up. Like I said, this is a player's game, and so we all realize that, no matter what happens, coaching-wise or schematically, we got to go execute and we got to go play for one another.
Brenen, Joe John's obviously been involved with the offensive game plan throughout the season, but what have you seen from him the last couple of days that gives you confidence that this thing can get better?
Energy, you know what I'm saying? He's already an energetic guy, but he's brought even more of it, and I think the whole room offense really just feeds off of that.
And then also the quarterback situation, how have you seen Jackson and Michael kind of attack the team?
I think, the thing for both of them is they're both very humble guys, both very down to earth, and so they're both just putting their head down and working.
Brenen, obviously it's never a positive to have a midseason coaching change, but is there anything kind of motivating about having, something fresh, a new opportunity to play for?
I enjoy Coach Luttrell personally. Talked to him a lot, but for me it was just, man, let's just go get it. You know what I'm saying? We're in a situation where there's no believers, there's no nobody that got OU winning anything. So I'm telling the rest of the guys, man, let's just go get it. Let's go have fun. Let's go play football, because at the end of the day, it's football. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to have a success, and we're trying to have fun with it as well.
Does it almost feel like you guys have less pressure on your shoulders or anything now that?
I wouldn't say less pressure, because I think that's something for me, like pressure builds diamonds, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoy it, I embrace it, just like I tell the young guys in the room, like there's been pressure on the wideout room since day one. And so I just tell them, like, embrace it, attack, and, be ready.
What did you see on that long touchdown catch you had Saturday, and how good did that feel?
It felt great, man. I saw the coverage, switched it up and then took off, and it felt so good to connect on that one.
When not a lot's going right for the offense, you're 4-3, offensive coordinator change, moving ahead, how do you kind of turn this season into a positive and stay motivated as a unit?
I think for me, like I said, just staying positive. There's plenty of times where we can make excuses, we can do this, we can do that, but at the end of the day, like, who wants to do that? You know what I'm saying? No one's trying to waste a year, no one's trying to, hold off a year, so we're just ready to attack it, we're ready to go get a win on Saturday.
I know you probably haven't dealt with him too much, but he's been in the building all season. What have you seen from afar from Kevin, and then obviously with his new role this week, just what have you seen from him?
Leadership. I've seen him just, being around the quarterbacks, obviously just ready to go. He's helping them in whatever way he can, and I'm excited for that.
Brent said last night that Jaden and Nick and Andrell and Jalil kind of expressed that they want to be back next season. What could that do for just the long-term outlook for this offense?
Obviously, they're great players. I'm sure y'all all know that. And so, my biggest thing for them is, like, man, God got y'all. You know what I'm saying? So if that's, whatever that timeline looks like for them, that's up to him upstairs. But, they'll all be ready whenever they get their time. And I'm excited for them to come back. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back, so I'm excited for them to be back. But right now, my focus is on the players that are playing this game and, right now, at this moment.
You can't talk to Jacob Jordan. How excited were you to see him just make his presence felt?
Excited, man, because we feel it at practice. You know what I'm saying? So coming from practice, I remember him coming up to me saying, man, it's easier to practice, you know what I'm saying, in the game. So just execution. He's always been a guy that's came in, hard work, head down. He wants to be the first one there in every line. And so just having that mentality reminds me a lot of Drake. You know what I'm saying? Drake, how he came in, he kind of found his role and then just took off, So for me, and my motivation to him is just to keep going and, focus on the details, the little things, and just to not get too high but not get too low, and just keep killing it and keep doing you.
Brent said those receivers you talked about earlier have been involved in practice and just keeping everybody, up in the receivers room. What have they been like throughout this process?
Amazing. You know what I'm saying? They've been there. Especially when we come to practice, they always got the sideline jumping. They always got the sideline jumping on the game. And so, just me being the leader in the room right now, it's encouraging for me because I have someone that I can go to, as there are obviously leaders from the past and still leaders, on this team. I can still go to them with certain situations and be like, hey, what do you think about this, this, and this? And I can help the young guys with that as well. So they've been amazing.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks, bro.